Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talk. I'm here with Coach. Coach, it's a pleasure to have you on here for the first time guest. This really means a lot. So tell me a little bit about, what got you into coaching and where you got from now.
Def, when I've been coaching for almost 20 years, really what got me coaching was my son. I started refereeing at a local league and he wanted to play. So he started playing, and the league owner looked and said, "Hey, I need a coach. You willing to coach?" And so I just jumped in and decided to give it a try. And from there, kind of been hooked and just started simple and then kind of grew into a few club teams and kind of morphed into that all the way through my career.
Well, it's a pretty crazy career. I feel like did you start off in youth and then just go into high school and then, then now where you are now as a college coach. Um, did you start from anywhere from the ground up and stuff like that?
Definitely. So I started with just a rec team. I actually coached with a guy by the name of Adam Snyder, who played in the NFL. One of his sons was playing on the team, and he was coaching his older son. So they needed a coach, and it was a flag football 5-on-5 team that I just started coaching with and became a head coach. And from there, I worked with a couple other prominent athletes, Keith Poole being one of them, and we ran a competitive flag football team, all 5-on-5s. And from there, I decided to team up with a friend of mine who's also coaching in high school flag football right now. And we started a club team 5-on-5 flag football where we traveled the country nationally and won several national championships. We're a very prominent name here in the East Valley and really over the state of Arizona. Um, and that's kind of where I started, kind of morphed into an opportunity with Coach Zellner at Gilbert High School, coaching tackle football at the high school level. And I also started coaching youth tackle football, coaching his son on a local team, the GYFC Tigers. So that's
Oh,
kind of where it all started from.
okay. Camera's not on. um, so let's just start right from the beginning. Just tell us a little bit about where you came from and and what's gotten you to this journey from this point forward. I mean, I guess you kind of already explained that, but just where you came from really and what stimulated you to drive to coaching.
Just passion for sports, passion for the game of football is a lot of it. Is just I love developing athletes. I love watching their maturity, watching them grow. I have several athletes that are playing in high school, getting ready for college. A few of them are in college, and just seeing their maturation and seeing that I was a part of that journey. And I just love the game, and that's really what's driven my passion. And I live and breathe a lot of times football, and my schedule is a lot of football based. And I just I just love coaching. I love being on the field. I love what it does for the kids, what it does for us, what it does for the community. I think it's just an amazing process.
Okay. So let's start from the journey. I mean, let's talk about the grind about coaching. It isn't easy. There's always a lot of ups and downs, late nights. And what's the biggest challenge and lesson that has helped you guide where you are today? I mean, realistically, I mean, I'm a coach and I know that, there's a lot of late nights. We all work personal jobs at the end of the day. So how do you dive into that? Like, what kind of tips can you give these young coaches and coaches now and athletes?
It's preparation. I learned Coach Zellner has been the master of that. He was at Gilbert High School, currently at ACP, and one of the things I took from him is really how to prepare, having a timeline, knowing what you are going to do from day to day. That helps you kind of process everything. And that helps you time management wise. You have to have a plan in place. The wing it, at times it's okay to wing it, but you gotta prep and you gotta know set aside dedicated time for practices, dedicated time to prepare for those practices, for games, all of those things. It just makes things a lot easier. So anything I would say to young coaches is have a plan, have a preparation, make sure you have those plans in place. It'll make things run smoother and make your life easier.
Well, those are very true things that I think as me as a coach, I'm learning that as I grow up and through high school. And that's something I'm learning is, there's got to be a time, a place, and and a reason behind it.
Mhm.
Also, just to look forward to ahead, I mean, so now that we have covered where you came from, and let's talk about what's ahead. I mean, what are you most excited for the upcoming season? I mean, especially a lot of people don't know, you were in college, you coach flag football for the women's. And what are you most excited for this upcoming season? What should the fans know? What should the girls know? And personally, what everybody's looking forward to?
You know what? I think it's a huge step for the women's flag football to be in the collegiate game this year. It's the first time in Arizona that of three schools have decided to make that journey, and I'm excited to compete against them and against the country and show them how much talent Arizona has and how big this game is getting and the talent that exists within flag football, within the women's. I mean, the opportunities that are coming up for them is incredible, and just to give them a chance
Go back to
to
your
go
camera.
compete and be able to do those things.
And is the excitement in the locker room, ecstatic? Are the girls excited for the season to start? Are they vibing with the coaches and the women that you have brought in from, high school and from other countries? Is it a good environment in there? Like, is everybody just excited to play? I mean,
Oh, definitely, they're excited to play. They're excited to get on the field and start playing games. It's a process, just like anything. Building a program, you're starting from the ground up. You're just starting to build those traditions, build those preparations, what you're going to do from day to day. And they're building it with me, and they're excited to get on the field. And it's going to be a fun journey. And we're just starting it right now. And they're really getting excited to get on that field and show them what they can do.
well, what's the most exciting thing you're looking for? What's going to be the most challenging game that you think that you're going to have this upcoming season? And what's going to be a challenge for you as a coach? Especially as a head coach, in this new women's flag football, and especially at this college level. I mean, what's the game that you're looking most forward to play against?
You know what? That's a tough one because the whole conference is brand new. So we don't have anything established to go off of. I would say in general, ACU, Arizona Christian University, because, and that's just because I have a relationship with Coach Mack over there. We've competed against each other in high school, so a lot of the players may be familiar with each other. We've recruited over similar spaces, so it'd be exciting to see two of Arizona coaches competing against each other at the collegiate level. So I think I'm excited for that to prove that we're all ready for this opportunity and we're ready to compete against the country. And so I think that game is going to be fun. I think a lot of the girls could probably would echo that as well, just because there's a familiarity between the teams.
And that's something that just it's undefined. I mean, being at this high of a level, I mean, is it a lot to take in? I mean, realistically, I mean, you're at a college level, and you're playing, and you're gonna have a big name on your back. I mean, let's face it. I mean, a big school like that. I mean, how do you deal with the controversy that's coming along with this? I mean, I don't think there's a lot of controversy in women's flag football, but I mean, like, how are you handling this whole situation? And like, have you been able to take in these moments yet?
A little bit. I mean, it's a process. Learning to go out and recruit, and part of it is there's not been an establishment of that. Is what does women's recruiting look like? I've talked to other coaches within our own university. It's a different platform right now. So we're all learning on how to go about it and how to go out there and do it. So it's there's a lot to that when you're building a brand new program. It's getting enough girls and it's having enough conversations It's getting them to buy into something they don't can't see yet. It's not like, okay, Alabama's got an established history and says, all right, this is what we've been. This is what you're walking into. I've set those standards by my my pedigree, what I've done in the past. There is no establishment to that. So we really have to recruit the future, not recruit the present, because there is nothing to go off of on that. So which has not been an issue because these girls are just eager to play and they're eager for the opportunity and the fact that we can give them scholarships and try to get them to play for an affordable cost is a huge positive with that.
Well, I mean that is very, a lot of coaches don't understand that, I guess, going up to that level, especially when this is a new age of, women's flag football, and it's not very common down. I mean, it's big in the valley, let's be honest, but just at the youth level and high school level, and now that it's hitting the college level, are you hearing fans talk about this more? And are they excited to come out? I mean, like, have you guys have heard any of that yet? I mean, I've been kind of hearing a buzz out here towards Mesa and Gilbert. They're pretty excited about these tournaments, especially with the women's collegiate level at this level. I mean, there's a lot of talent to be had, and obviously, I know a few of the girls that you guys have over there, and I know the talent they bring to the table. So, I guess for me, it's I've heard a couple of people talk about like they're excited for these games to go out there and watch, and they're ready to see these talents. And I mean, is there another level asides college level that they're going to be able to go to, or?
Well, and that's the exciting part is so first to answer that is there is a buzz. I've had several recruits that said, hey, I'd like to make a trip down there and be able to come and watch and catch some of your games. So there's definitely been an excitement for people to come out and watch. Um, NFL flag or not NFL flag, I'm sorry, NFL just announced that they are looking to start a professional men's and women's flag league coming up. So potentially there is an opportunity for them to do it at the next level. That's still in the works. It's not established yet, but it's coming, which is exciting for those girls and for men that play the game. Then you also have because USA and the Olympics decided it's Olympic sport starting in 28. There's that for a lot of these girls that are driving to be on that team, to be able to get in the trials, to be on that team, to be able to possibly go represent your country. So there is there is some opportunities at that next level. Even though we don't know what it's going to really look like, we know there's some opportunities coming, and that's going to just create more buzz and more excitement around the game.
And I think that's the coolest thing too, is this that I, personally in my experience of coaching high school, and then, obviously your level of coaching tackle football. I mean, there's always more levels for these boys to continue. And so I think this is really cool opportunity for these girls to actually be able to go play at a college level. And then now possibly, at the Olympics and at the, big TV presence. So hopefully, that brings more excitement to this sport. Just to kind of wrap everything up, I mean, I always like to ask, what's in store next? I mean, what's the community? Are you going to be working with the community? Are you going to be putting something bigger in store? What's in the future for you?
I mean, for the future is just building this program, and yes, definitely getting in the community. My girls will definitely do some things there. We'll do some camps coming up, Town ID for high school, youth camps to build the development of the youth, working with organizations like GYFL, the Gilbert Youth Football League, to help them grow their game. They've done an incredible job. They've doubled their numbers over the last few years in women's flag football, and being able to continue to support those organizations and other organizations that are looking to continue with the girls' game and be able to work together to just grow the game. And which is one of the reasons I love this opportunity is being able to just grow the game to that next level, to continue to develop it so that NFL when they launch the women's flag pro league, it has sustainability because coaches like myself are continuing to grow that talent. So women want to play that game and want to be there. So that's really what's up. What's next is just continue to build towards that.
And would say that the NFL level takes off. I mean, is that going to bring a little bit more, you think that's going to bring another challenge onto your plate as a head coach and for these girls to really strive that way? I mean, is that something that you're looking forward to as a coach, like, hey, I want to get you to this next level, either if that's the Olympics level or if that's, playing, national ties TV games.
I think so. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, ESPN's already nationally televising women's flag football from the youth level all the way up, right?
Yeah.
You see it, you're seeing it at the Camden games during the NFL flag. They hosted the entire event and had it on national television, streamed everywhere. Arizona Cardinals are streaming a game of the week in high school right now on AZ Family here locally. And so you're seeing that buzz happening. But take you back to your childhood. What did we all think? You know, running around as a 9-year-old kid, I'm gonna be Jerry Rice someday in the NFL, or I'm gonna be Peyton Manning, or I'm gonna be, whoever your star was, you wanted to strive to be at that level. And if this takes off, there will be a point where these girls are going to look and says, "Man, I want to be in the NFL Women's Professional League. That's where I want to be." And so that's going to be that's going to be something that I think in the future girls will start looking at. Or I want to be in the Olympics, and that'll be a goal for them, and they're going to dream about that, and that's what's going to drive them. And I think you're going to start seeing, just like basketball, soccer, volleyball, you're going to see females early on say, "Flag football is my sport. That's the
Yeah.
sport I want to strive towards."
You know what?
Instead of
I've
being
been
a
to a few.
second tier.
Yeah, I've been through a few high school games and looking at some of these girls that are seniors, and I mean, the talent is unreal out there. And
Mhm.
that's just crazy. A lot of people don't talk about the talent of what these girls can bring to the table. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a head coach for tackle, and I've coached flag football, with women's and stuff, and it's really cool. But the talent it's a whole nother level. I mean, face it, I don't think a lot of people know that, until they're actually looking up the sport and like, wow, these girls can catch a ball one-handed, 45 yards deep, being two-man coverage on them. So, I mean, that's really cool to me, and and I think it's exciting, and I think that there's a huge budget going around, just Arizona in general. But like you said, I mean, these are just big opportunities, and a lot of people don't know. And I guess my next question is for you, just based off, do you guys have a culture? Are you building a culture? I know a lot of coaches like to have a culture, a team likes to have a culture. Are you guys starting to build that chemistry together?
Oh, definitely. That starts from the beginning. Is I am about the culture. I go, look, if I'm talking to you, I already know you can play. That's given, because if you didn't have talent, I wouldn't be making the phone call. It's
Right.
but it's building a culture for me. I've always gone through a couple things, and one of my this year my cultures really is relationships builds chemistry, which equal to wins. And it's you're taking a talent of someone that's coming in, you are building relationships with one another, and from there is where your chemistry will build. And it's taking these girls, making them to be one family on and off the field, to build that relationship with each other, so they trust each other when they hit the field. And that's, to me, is just as important as what we're doing on the field. Is I want to build that kind of chemistry, that kind of feel on the team. I want them to be able to walk in here and know, hey, you know what, we're a family. We have each other's back, good and bad. And I want that to be what resonates to people coming in. That's who we are.
And that is very true. I think a lot of young coaches don't understand that you need to have, that culture. And I'm big about that also. I think that's what drove me my success, to try to get to the next collegiate level, to either coach, tackle football or flag football, one
Mhm.
of the two. And I think that's been a really cool journey. And I know that, this has been really cool for you. And I just want to say, coach, I appreciate you coming on the Goal Line Talk, being my first
Definitely.
guest. and sharing your story. It's important for people to hear where you're coming from and what keeps us driving and keep the game going forward. A lot of people don't understand what coaches, obviously go through, on a daily. So to everybody listening, make sure you follow our guests. Stay tuned for more inspirational stories from coaches, players, and just around the league. You're not going to be the only coach I talk to, and I think everybody has a different way of coaching. So thank you again, Coach. I really do appreciate it, and best of luck onto your season. Hopefully, I get to talk to you some more throughout the season.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Michael. I
No
appreciate
problem.
the time.
No problem. Thank you. This has been a Goal Line Talk. I'm Coach Mike. I'll catch you next time. Keep on grinding and leading forward and always push past the whistle. You guys have a wonderful and lovely day.